Hello and welcome to the channel. Be sure to share, like, and comment down below. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button for daily videos on news and politics. Former Obama CIA Director Brennan trashes House FISA Memo, says self-proclaimed nonpartisan suspected of leaking information in 2016. Former Obama CIA Director was on Sunday's Meet the Press and stated that he believes the House Intelligence Committee Chairman Nunes abused his office by releasing the FISA memo on Friday. Brennan is famous for suspected leaking of information in 2016, but he claims he is not biased, and his Twitter profile even says so. He also has said that the famous Clinton dossier did not play any role whatsoever in early intelligence assessments.
When did you first learn of the so-called Steele dossier and what Christopher Steele was doing?
Well, it was not a very well-kept secret among press circles for several months before it came out. And it was in late summer of 2016 when there were some individuals from the various U.S. news outlets who asked me about my familiarity with it. And I had heard just snippets about it. I did not know what was in there. I did not see it until later in that year. I think it was in December. But I was unaware of the provenance of it as well as what was in it. And it did not play any role whatsoever in the intelligence community assessment that was done, that was presented to then President Obama and then President-elect Trump.
How was the Steele dossier treated? How did you treat it? You said you looked at it in December. I assume it's been looked at by, it was obviously looked at by the FBI. We've now learned they've tried to confirm some of it and have had some success. Some not yet. They say it's unconfirmed, but that's about it.
Well, there were things in that dossier that made me wonder whether or not they were in fact accurate and true. And I do think it was up to the FBI to see whether or not they could verify any of it. I think Jim Comey has said that it contained salacious and unverified information. Just because it was unverified didn't mean it wasn't true. And if the Russians were involved in something like that, directed against individuals who are aspiring to the highest office in this land, there was an obligation on the part of the FBI to seek out the truth on it.
Brennan is suspected of being very dishonest and biased throughout his career. Now, in late 2016, shortly after the election, Brennan was suspected of leaking documents to the Washington Post and the New York Times by Republican Congressman Peter King from New York. Now, in an interview Sunday on ABC's This Week, King, a member of the House Permanent Select Committee on Intelligence, said while he agrees there should be an investigation into Russian involvement in the election, there should be also an investigation into Brennan for the hit job he seems to be orchestrating against the president-elect, Politico reports. Now, this hit job, according to King, has taken the form of Brennan allegedly leaking intelligence assessments to the press and circumventing Congress in order to take shots at Trump. That's what infuriates me about this, Martha, is that we have supposedly John Brennan, leaking to the Washington Post, to a biased newspaper like the New York Times, findings and conclusion that he is not telling the Intelligence Committee, King said, but not to worry because by his own admission, Brennan is nonpartisan. Now, Sebastian Gorka, DRG, tweeted this, says the only people who actually write stuff like nonpartisan on their bio are exactly those people who would be proud to make sure that the trains run on time when the glorious regime takes over. What a pathetic hack you are at John Brennan, as well as a failed IC operator. Now, to think that this clown was once the head of the CIA under Obama. Now, be sure to share, like, subscribe, and comment down below and give me your opinion on this report. But other than that, I hope you guys have a great day. Peace.